Go online, baby.
Ready to go. It's a beautiful January day.
Sure, group. Springfield. Doobly-doo. There we go. Alrighty, buddy. Your job's right here. And if you want to pull up like MTG stocks or something to see pricing, it's not a bad idea either. Tyler, what are you most looking forward to possibly opening here today?
All the cards.
All the cards, please.
I like a lot of the lands, like the flip lands.
Okay.
I think they're just the most interesting thing in the whole set.
Fair enough.
They did them in Ixalan, they were fun, but I think they're trying to like make them a little better. Because if I recall in Ixalan, there's only a couple that were considered playable. Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe only
Just
one.
a handful.
Yeah, because I think you had Legion's Landing, which was the white one, which was kind of playable in certain decks, in like the tokens decks. But
Fair enough.
the Search for Azcanta was the really only one that saw a lot of play.
Really? Okay. Fair enough.
But anyway, in this set, we're getting some multicolored flip lands, and those sound really interesting.
Yeah. Well, we have about 45 minutes till the store opens. So we're going to get cracking.
Let's get through this box.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
Cracking packs.
Looks like we start with a Immortal Sun. I'll move this stuff around a little bit.
Okay. That's a cool card. Definitely like a commander staple.
Yeah. And a bunch of other stuff. Hey, we're going to take a short break so I can get a box to put all the uncommons in. This is what happens when you're not prepared for a stream, Tyler. You have to take a 30-second interlude after opening the first pack.
We had a lot to do to get ready, so we should have a little grace period.
A little grace period, yeah. Alright. Back to Temple Allosaur. Interesting little guy. I don't know anybody that really played that. Unless you were like really trying to push the dinosaur, though. Ooh, Voracious Vampire. Sphinx of the Decree.
Huh. There's also a couple of uncommons that have a nice price tag on them.
Okay. Which ones are worth discussing?
So I can't quite remember the Merfolk's name, but there's a Merfolk Lord in green.
Oh yeah. The green-blue for 1/1 that gives out all your Merfolk 1/1.
That one's pretty anticipated.
Yep.
And then I think there's also another Merfolk at Reprint. It's called Silver Gill Adept.
My that Sunday pre-release that went really well for me. I actually opened a foil Silver Gill Adept that day.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'll take that all day.
Yeah, that card's kind of neat because it's got new art.
Hey, speaking of which, there's Silver Gill Adept.
Perfect.
Right on cue.
Yeah. And then I think the other one that I think might be close to the Merfolk lore is the Vampire Lord. I don't know if they're similar in price, but it just depends on if people want to play vampires more than Merfolk.
Merfolky vampires.
That's how Merfolk speak, so I was just trying to get you in the mood.
They robble.
Yeah.
Man, lots of foils here so far. Captain's Hook, look out.
Oh yeah, that's an odd rare. I'm just surprised.
I was sort of surprised it was a rare too. Honestly, I thought it was kind of hilarious, and maybe it's just me. The Legion Lieutenant, is that the guy you're talking about?
A Legion Lieutenant is one of the vampire, the land
Okay.
vampire lord.
This Ravenous Chupacabra did pretty good work for some people too.
Speaking of Ravenous Chupacabra, I think that one's kind of expensive now too. It's like a $2 common. Yeah, because it's really similar to a card, a couple cards that they printed in the past, like Skin Renderer.
Okay, fair enough. Siegeborn Ceratops.
That's another
Jade
interesting
Bearer.
rare. I think that Wizards is trying to print cards, like 2-mana green cards that are beefy in terms of power and toughness.
Yeah.
And so whenever you see a 2-mana 2/2 that can get bigger, there's this expectation that it's going to be really good in Standard.
So this card right here, the Squires Devotion,
Yeah.
that card does amazing work for 3 mana.
Squires Devotion.
I don't think it'll see Standard play, but it's a limited bomb, dude.
It's a common,
It's a
right?
3-cost common.
Yeah.
You enchant your creature. That creature gets +1/+1 and lifelink.
Yeah.
And you get a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink.
That's pretty powerful effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really similar to the
That's
cartouche of Ambition, I think. The black cartouche from
Yeah.
Common Cat.
Yep.
That one just gave, I think, +1/+1 in lifelink, and then you got to put a counter on, a -1/-1 counter on something. So similar cards.
Yeah.
Anything that adds to the board is that really cool. So it makes it token.
Well, it gives your creature +1/+1 and lifelink at the same time.
Yeah, that's powerful effect. Did you get a Path of Metal?
Yep.
That's a cool card. Could be really good against the tokens deck in Standard if that deck's really good now that Rampaging Frostdown is banned.
Yep.
And the flip side's really cool too. It gives kind of like red-white aggro deck something to do late game now that they don't have Ramanop runes if they want to play white.
The runes have been murdered out. Stormfleet Sprinter, no.
Where did you get there?
This is the Time Stream Navigator.
Yeah, there's some interesting commander stuff you can do with that. And Grinzo Dungeon Warden. You can, yeah, so with that card you just pulled, you put it on the bottom whenever you take the extra turn, but with Grinzo you can play a card from the bottom of your library.
Okay.
So you can take infinite turns, but it's a weird color combination. None of them can beat your general, so.
Yeah, I mean you're running. Yeah, it gets goofy real fast.
That's another thing that I'm super excited about this set is they add a bunch of commander cards that you can play if you want.
Yeah.
But they're not. Most of them don't seem as powerful as some of the older stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not like they reprinted Time Twister
But they're
or Larian Academy. They just reprinted Quick Lands.
I'll agree with that. Like there was a number of cards that I was looking at. I'm like, that's just a nice addition. It's not. Excuse me. It's not like an overpowering commander card, but it does something similar to another card in your deck.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna give you some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, that's actually what excites me about the Footlands so much is that even if they're not as powerful as an older card you can jam in your deck, it still ramps you in colors that don't normally ramp you.
Yep.
Because it actually flips into a land that you can tap for mana.
Yep. Bonus Hunger.
It's the second bonus hunger? It's a lot of black cards actually.
It is. A lot of foils too. There's a Lindra. Boom.
Yeah, the Dusk Rose.
Yeah, man. And a Merfolk Mistbinder.
A lot of people were looking for a Lindra at the pre-release. I think people were excited to play with her.
I know I really want her for my Vampire Commander deck.
What's interesting about her trigger, or whatever that effect is that she has to die. So if you put her in the command zone, you can't get the tokens. She actually has to go to the graveyard. So she's kind of like a one-shot if you play her as your command. Most people, I think, are looking at her in the 99. So
the thing that hurts me for my Vampire Extort deck is I run Athreos as the commander. So if she doesn't die, aka hit the graveyard, it doesn't trigger for me. So people will just let me have her back in my hand and force me to sack more stuff to it. Another Silver Gill Adepts. I do think it's hilarious that they printed a card called Mutiny and it's set with vampire or with pirates. They really did a good job with the themes here.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good card names.
Ooh, foil Merfolk Mistbinder.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know
Sphinx's Decree.
if the Merfolk Mistbinder's going to see any modern play, but it's definitely going to be good for standard because if you're going to play Merfolk, most likely it's going to be green and blue.
Well, I think it was one of the online articles I read was people essentially trying to really force a solid Merfolk deck now, that there's a little more reinforcement for it. Mm-hmm. I think there was really 3 cards that they were talking about kind of maybe having the capability to take it up to like the top of the ranks. And I know that Mistbinder was one of them, the Lord was another one, and then there was the all blue one as well.
Yep. Honestly, if the metagame shifts and it goes kind of towards lifelink or tokens, I'll be surprised if the Merfolk deck can be very good.
Yeah.
Just because now that the Rampaging Frost is banned and tokens decks can actually be good.
Yep.
They're not taking the damage off each of their token coming into play, and they can gain life from their lifelink creatures.
Yep.
It just seems that it'll be tough for Merfolk, but like a traditional aggro deck, they can still beat you really fast before you can do your thing.
Bloodsun!
Bloodsun's a really cool card. It is not the Blood Moon reprint that people were
It is not.
No. But what's really cool is it can be a card that can kind of, you can play it in your decks that have valuable lands and try to turn off your opponent's valuable lands.
Very true. That Brawler, no, nothing more interesting there.
Because yeah, it does not get rid of static effects on the land, like Tron lands. But you can also still combo with it. I'm pretty sure it works with.
That's the card we've both been talking about, the Direfleet Poisoner.
Yeah, side note, there's Direfleet Poisoner.
Yeah.
Cool card. If there's a pirate deck, it'll probably be a vital part of it.
What's that?
No, sorry.
Oh,
side note, Direfleet Poisoner.
yeah,
I thought
for sure.
You changed the topic.
We did. We're getting there. I'm getting ahead of you, man. But yeah, I completely agree. And we had a lot of discussion about this amongst the Titan managers the other day about how, traditionally flash cards were really just good for flashing a creature in before your turn. Now you've got a creature that has Death Touch with flash. It's good to flash in on your opponent's combat. And then its ability here with the enter the battlefield attacking pirate you control gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch. It's good to flash in during your combat too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting card. I don't know where Black all of a sudden got flash.
No, that's not very stereotypical for him.
Full mechanic.
But hey, we'll take it. Not a typical Black mechanic for sure.
Speaking of pirates,
Another Mistbinder.
the Direfleet Daredevil is
so that pack had a Silver Gill Adept and a Merfolk Mistbinder in it.
Oh, be a good draft pack.
Oh yeah. Paladin of the Atonement.
Maybe one of them will wheel.
Wheel it!
Yeah. I honestly think I would rather have the Silver Gill Adept.
To start with?
To start with.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Just because it can draw you a card if you're not in Merfolk.
Yep.
You might have another random Merfolk.
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting mythic rare. I knew
Time Stream Navigator again.
Earlier.
Yeah. It's the second one in this box.
Yeah,
actually.
same box.
That's good.
I've actually seen
Foil Mutiny, baby.
How many mythic rares are normally in a box, Nick?
I believe it's usually 2 to 3.
2 to 3, I think.
I'm sure somebody will tell us.
I think we've gotten at least 3 so far.
Yeah. It's a high drop box. Here we go. Hey. More
Maybe
Poisoner.
Your favorite guy.
We just might have a place that is Direfleet Poisoner is here.
It's possible that like a Pirates deck might exist where you don't play blue, you just play black and red.
Oh yeah, for sure.
because with the Direfleet Daredevil that you opened a couple packs ago and the Direfleet Poisoner,
Yep.
they're two very powerful 2-drops that in certain matchups can definitely be big.
Yeah, I think there's enough good black and red that it's just not going to be a thing, I guess. There's another Path to Metal. Foil. Ooh, double rare pack here. Mastermind's Acquisition with a foil. As well. Pack. Cleansing Ray. And Silverclad Ferocidons.
Okay.
Take it. Last pack of the box here. Journey to Eternity.
Journey to Eternity, huh?
Yep.
I think that
All right.
deck is a Windmill Slam in any reanimation deck.
Oh, yeah?
That plays green and black in Modern.
Okay.
Or sorry, I said Modern. I meant Commander.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get ahead of myself.
You get all excited. Sorry.
Yeah. That's one of those flip cards that I was excited for, so that's why. Just
Alrighty. Well, that's all the foils and stuff from this set, or from this box. Box 1.
We've got 5 more to go. That took about 15 minutes.
We'll have to speed it up a little bit here.
I think, yeah.
If you want to help me kind of gather some of this stuff to get it out of the way, that'd be great. Yep. Alright. Box 2 on deck. Let's see if we can speed up the pace a little bit here.
So if we have enough time, are we going to do a recap of all the rares we opened afterwards?
Yeah, there's Direfleet Poisoner.
Oh, first pack. That's the rare I'd take.
Yep. Just open it and take it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the draft format and how a lot of the rares are just good cards for your deck, but
Yep.
they're not necessarily deck defining.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of the 2-drop rares, 3-drop rares are exactly that, you know, because they're not multicolor, they're just one color. You can splash them if you're in a different deck.
You know-
Direfleet Poisoner doesn't have to be in a pirate deck.
Yeah.
It's better if he's in one.
And even if you can't give, even if you're not using it on your combat to flash in, World Shaper, that's the other one they were talking about from Merfolk decks.
Definitely a powerful card.
In Modern. But Direfleet Poisoner, even if you're not playing the pirates and you're not using it on your combat step to flash in and give one of your guys
I
Death Touch, still really good.
Uh-huh.
Form of the Dinosaur.
It's a cool card. I feel like with these expensive enchantments, they never really push them far enough. Like, they're almost there,
Yeah.
where they get to the point of just being fun, expensive cards instead of really good.
Direfleet Poisoner.
Huh.
The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah, they just want us to play pirates kind of.
Yeah, this is supposed to be all the pirates.
Wouldn't that be great if Titan Games meta just becomes pirates?
Bishop of Binding, man. This guy did real good work for me in that Saturday or Sunday event when I was playing a lot of vampires. Got a Golden Demise foil and Induced Amnesia as well. Let's see, that goes there. Water Knot foil, and then Fatali.
Induced Amnesia seems like a really cool card. It seems like one of the cards you pulled a little while ago.
Yep.
It's cool that you can target your opponent with it. So if maybe you see their hand, you can just steal
Double
all
rare
of your
pack.
cards. Okay, double rare pack. That's
Temple of
exciting.
Temple Allosaur and Journey to Eternity.
Okay.
Take it. Foil Temple Allosaur. This is one of the rares that I thought was kind of interesting. The Arch of Orazka.
Yeah, that'll probably get a little bit of play in a control deck of some sort.
Yeah,
Just seems like it's free to throw a land in your deck.
that's true. If you're not too worried about, as long as you're not running like multicolors and you're worried about the fixing. There's Angrath.
Is that the
Boom.
first Planeswalker we've opened?
Yeah, it's first Planeswalker.
Angrath. Do you think that they intentionally made him red and black and put anger in his name on purpose?
Probably. Probably. I mean, it just makes sense that he's an angry wrath, right?
Side note, you did just open a good Elder Dinosaur.
I did. Galta. That's the second one of those we've opened.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
It
There's
is.
some solid stuff in here.
I think it's actually has the biggest stats in the format.
12-12.
Yeah, 12-12 is...
BFM might be the only thing bigger than it. BFM, the 2-card monster.
Yeah. And there's Azor.
Yep.
That's a cool card.
Azor.
That's a lot of mythic rares in a row, too.
So we're good up.
It's a
Take it.
Planeswalker and I'd be excited to see if Azor gets any play. Just because that ability is so powerful.
It is a powerful ability. That's got such a high mana cost to drop out, though.
It is, but think about it. Like, if they can't answer it, and then you attack with it, draw 3 cards, and then attack with it again, like, you're so far ahead at that point in your control.
You're just off the rails,
I remember in Standard when Sphinx's Revelation was actually a card. After the first one, you pretty much lost the game.
Really?
You have a potential way to do that every single turn.
I mean, it does have blue in it, so running that control out, blue-white, so blue-white control's a real option for you there. Wayward Sawtooth.
That's a weird 3-mana card.
The 5/5.
Yeah, so it reminds me of Illusory Angel.
Okay.
Because I think, did I say, whatever the card is that says you can't cast it until it's a certain turn of the game. Maybe that's Sarah Angel. Yeah, that says you can't cast it until the 3rd turn of the game or something. I think Illusory Angel says you have to cast another spell before you can play it. So essentially it's a 3-mana spell it's a huge creature. 5/5 for 3 mana is great. But you can't use it until
later in the game. Yeah.
That dinosaur you just opened is really good.
Trapjaw Tyrant. It's another mythic, too.
It's an Oblivion Ring on a creature.
Oh, yeah.
A repeatable Oblivion Ring, actually. And it's weird that...
another pack with Silvergill and Mistfolk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It seems like those... I mean, this is just the second box we opened, but it seems like those are appearing quite often.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about those not showing up for us here. Jungleborn Pioneer foil. You know, I used to be really good at opening these packs. Then we started filming, and it all fell apart.
5 minutes ago, you were really good.
There's another Galta.
Cool. That is one of the few legendary creatures in Standard that I would run 4 of in my deck if I could.
Really?
Yeah.
Galta?
Yeah. Because it's like in the deck that you build that for, you want to see that card every single time.
That's true.
You just got another Elder Dinosaur.
Yep. The black primal death.
You know, something odd about all the Elder Dinosaurs is in the past, whenever they've done cycles of legendary creatures, let alone Elder creatures, like Elder Dragons from Dragon's Dark here, they've always been mythic rares. And
now they're rares.
Just rares.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a design decision for draft, or
could be
wanted them to appear more for some type of storytelling.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Just throwing cards off camera, don't worry about it.
You didn't see that, but we did just drop a lot of cards on the floor. We'll keep it going, though.
We'll take care of those later. Blood Sun. You guys come off. Blood Sun comes up.
Okay. Yeah, back to Blood Sun. I think that's like one of the very necessary cards that needs to be in the format, because let's say all the flip lands become very powerful. There needs to be a card.
There needs to be something that shuts them down. Yep, no, I agree.
And the fact that it draws a card just makes it easy inclusion in your deck. It's not like it costs you very much. It'll cost you 3 mana, but you won't be behind. You're just losing a little bit of tempo.
Yep. Got Vona's Hunger back.
Vona's Hunger is a cool card. Anytime there's a 3 mana edict effect, it has the potential to be
It's worth
good.
considering, yeah.
Yeah, that card can be interesting in Commander. I don't know if it's going to be as powerful as like a Plague Wind, but it definitely, you can set something big up.
Mm-hmm.
It being instant speed is also nice.
Yep. Another Elder Dragon.
Okay. I think that's actually one of the most interesting Elder Dragons, the black card.
Benzema.
Yeah. Being able to reveal it from your hand, it almost feels like, and put a prey counter on something, like that just feels like a very old mechanic that we haven't seen in a long time.
I like that it's one of those cards you kind of have to show it to them early, and they know it's coming.
Side note, you just opened as a Zaltapa.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Zakama.
Zakama.
Yeah, that one.
Man, why are there two cards with such similar names?
Because they don't want you to be able to do this very easily, Tyler. Pretty straightforward.
Interesting that Zakama is a mythic rare, while the monocolors ones are not.
Yep. Hey, look what we just opened here. Dire Fleet.
Another one. Okay.
I think that's over a playset we've got now.
I think it is. You're
and
right.
this is the last pack in this box. Induced Amnesia.
Okay.
So.
Draw a spell.
Another solid card.
So was that the end of the second box?
That was box number 2.
Okay. We made really good time on that one.
Yep. Getting a little better at this. Thank you all for bearing with us as we kind of clean up a little bit between boxes here. And this is box 3, so we're coming up on the halfway point at the end of this guy. Seafloor Oracle. First one out of box 3. Ooh, we got a foil Atali there. Double rare. Take it.
Foil? Oh, wow.
Foil Atali. Regular Donna's Climb.
That's a good commander card. I think the fact that you get to cast each of the spells that you exile is powerful. You get yours and your opponent's.
So there was a ruling on that card over the weekend that was kind of interesting. That I don't remember the exact specifics of it, but I believe you get to cast them both, even if it's not an instant. Or there was something goofy about it. Worth looking into if you're thinking about playing it.
Sure.
Or expected to be played in your meta too.
Would be much more interesting if it had haste, but
yeah. Can't have it all, man. Can't have it all. Misfolk Binder. Oop. Get these guys out of the way. Crafty. Dire Fleet Daredevil and Needle Tooth Raptor foil. This guy is kind of nasty. He has the Enrage, but it deals 5 damage to target creature or opponent.
that's a lot.
That's yeah. I'm gonna lightning axe you here.
That'll end something.
Yeah.
How big is it? Like, what's its
It's a
power
2/2.
Okay. It's a 2/2 that deals 5 damage.
2 teal with 2/2 with Enrage that deals 5.
How much mana does it cost?
4 mana.
Okay. There could be something there. It's a little expensive to get out, but it's definitely a powerful card.
Yeah.
That card is also
Kamina's Awakening?
Not the card I thought it was. My mistake. I thought that was the I think the guy's name is like Warkite Pirate or something. Yeah, Warkite Marauder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't think we've actually opened one. Maybe we
I don't
haven't.
think so.
I just missed it, but it's a 2-mana 2/1 with flying, and whenever it attacks, target creature defending player controls loses all abilities as they start 0/1. So you can attack into something like a Glorybringer, or like I don't know. I'm trying to think of awesome things to attack into, but you can attack into big creatures.
Yeah.
And you can attack and kill their indestructible creatures with removal.
Yeah.
Because they lose all abilities. So, very powerful card for 2 mana. Also pirate.
Hey.
Oh, looks like you opened up the Merfolk Lord.
I did.
That's powerful.
Each new time.
And it has a lot of abilities on it for a 3-mana spell.
Yeah. Foil Hunt the Week, that's a fun one. Hey, I did drop off a Silver Gila Dex as well. Haha.
Hunt the Week is a good card in Limited for sure.
Oh yeah.
Cards like that really make the Limited format, really make removal spells in each color really make the format good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't have good removal spells, you just become essentially Zendikar or Gatewatch again.
Yep.
With big creatures staring down each other and you not being able to attack. The draws missed out without you.
Vault.
That's a cool card.
Storm Vault.
Yeah, no, Nick,
Yeah.
I haven't known you for your whole life, but were you playing when Tolarian Academy was a card?
No.
No? Okay, well, now's your chance to play with it again,
Yeah.
because that's about as close as you're going to get.
Another Journey to Eternity.
Okay. 2 of the flip cards. I'm very excited.
Temple Allosaur. Polyraptor.
That's a cool card.
I like that one. Honestly, I really like the art on that. I just think it's kind of cool that he's seeing himself in a reflection. And
Honestly, the art unnerves me.
really?
And if you played that across the table from me, I would be like intimidated.
I'm only gonna play Polysaur. Or
That's
Polyraptor.
So I don't think we've opened a Huatli yet. I think there's just
We have
2
not.
Planeswalkers in the
Yeah,
set.
we've gotten 2 of the Engrath, but no Watley just yet.
You just opened, I think, a Jungle Delver.
Jadelight Ranger.
Oh, sorry. I said Jungle Delver. That's a completely different card. Yeah, that card is powerful, though. The Exploring Twice could be good. Either
Yep.
draw 2 cards, or it becomes some combination of draw a card and get 1 or 2 counters.
Yep. Dead Man's Chest.
Okay. Dead Man's Chest seems like a very weird card to make a rare.
Why do you say that?
It doesn't really seem like a card you want to spend 3 mana on
Yeah?
and then get.
It's only 2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2 mana.
My mistake.
1 and a black.
Well, so you still have to invest something and then hope that that creature dies. Maybe you can like combo something with it, but it just seems like a very weird effect. Like I would pay 4 mana for that creature and the effect if it was stapled on a body, maybe.
Okay.
But I wouldn't really just pay it for an enchantment and hope that it happens.
Fair enough. There's a few other enchantments like that they don't really see play. I don't think they saw play in Standard when they were in there, but they see a little bit of play in Commander.
Yeah. It will be a good card to add to your Gonti Commander deck if you like to play Gonti.
Journey to the Eternities. I don't know which row I've not done yet. Sorry, folks, if we messed it up. Dead Man's Chest. Coming down on the end of the 3rd box here. Blood Sun. Just so everybody knows, we may open a few minutes late today just so we can finish up the stream for you. And get some stuff. Hey, there's a foil version of that Squires Devotion. And the Brass Bounty.
Wow, we've gotten a lot of
A good number of foils, too.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of very similar cards. I guess they're very similar because they're the exact same. But yeah, that's I think what the 3rd or 4th
Path of Discovery.
3rd or 4th mythic take an extra turn card, Timeless Navigator.
Yep.
So do you think that...
Last pack of this box here.
I was going to say, do you think that...
Ooh, there's the Watley we've been looking
my God.
for. Right on cue.
You just interrupted me, and that was perfect. Because I'm excited for that card. That card is going to be powerful in tokens decks, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the minus doesn't give trample, it still makes a creature big enough that it has to block.
Yep.
If the board state gets to that point. And just plussing it, getting a whole bunch of devotion on it, means that you have to kill it. And if you ever minus it, that means you essentially have a Gaia's Blessing, I think is the card, every turn.
Yep.
For the rest of the game.
That's just sick.
Yeah, you don't ever have to cast it. So, yes, while Gaia's Blessing is a 1-mana card, it is also a 1-mana card that wins the game for the most part.
Yeah.
So yeah, just putting that in standard, it's so fun. Just gives me so many opportunities to build different decks.
This is box 4 now. Starting off with Storm the Vault. Trapjaw. Fathom Fleet Border. And Bishop of Binding. Foil Fathom Fleet.
What's the Bishop of Binding do?
So the Bishop of Bindings, it is a vampiric tutor for vampires.
Okay.
On a 1/1 body, but it exiles the creature, and then when Bishop of Binding is attacking, target vampire you control gets +X/+X, where X is the power of the
so what you're
exiled card.
So what you're saying is it's an Oblivion Ring that gets kind of boosted.
It's an Oblivion Ring that gives you a boost when you're attacking.
Okay. Interesting.
But I mean, it's just
Mechanic.
fantastic. It does really good work in vampire decks.
You know, now that you mention it, there's a lot of Oblivion Ring effects in Standard right now.
There are. Hey, there's my guy.
You got a sweet card? What'd you get?
Dire Fleet
Dire
Poisoner.
Oh, man.
So if you're looking for a playset of Dire Fleet Poisoners, we got you covered.
We got you covered. Some would say we've got all the booty.
Hey, Silvergill.
Cool.
Hadana's Climb there. I know there's a few people looking for that one.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the slower, more consistent of the enchantments.
Yeah, Talpa? I don't even know.
The developers,
Consult the developers for how that's supposed to be pronounced.
did this on purpose. Oh, that's one of those cards we talked about earlier.
Starfleet Daredevil, yep.
Its usefulness will be limited based upon how many spells you can cast with it, like how many spells in the metagame are good.
Yep.
Could be a good modern card, maybe. Still slow, but
It's still a 2/1 first striker at its core, so that's not atrocious.
yeah, you're right. It can definitely block
Double
things well.
double rare pack here.
And people always underestimate how important first strike is when you double block or
Yep.
triple block.
Yeah.
Because maybe they have a removal spell, but if your opponent doesn't and you just double block, then that means that you kill their creature for free.
Yep.
I mean, they're obviously not going to attack into it, but in Standard, first strike is always limited in terms of its usefulness compared to the size of the creatures. But
Another Induce Amnesia. I forgot how good that card might be. Let's see what we got here. Crafty Cutpurse.
Crafty Cutpurse, that's an interesting card. Not really one that I would be interested in opening for my sealed event.
Nope.
But
I mean, 2/2 flyer or flash.
well, yeah. So it could be good against like the Scarab God or something. Definitely a card that I'd be interested in game Commander deck.
Yeah.
I think there's a card called Infinite Reflection. I don't know
Yep.
if that's the name of it. I think what I'm thinking of is a white-blue 5-mana card in Commander that when you cast it, you exile the thing, and everybody makes a token of it.
Okay.
So if you had 9 mana, you could flash that in, and you could get all the tokens. That would be cool.
Alundra.
Another Alundra.
Yep.
I think what they're trying to do with a lot of these legendary creatures is bake the flavor into the effects, and I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The concept that, I mean, Alundra does have some flavor text on her, but I think that it's supposed to enhance what the actual card does. So she's been alive for a really long time, and she's sucked a lot of throats, drunk a lot of blood, getting really strong.
She has been around for a long time.
Yep, she's just making more vampires the whole time. Like, they all come to her aid when she dies.
Direfleet Daredevil here. Another Binding Bishop. Got some really good stuff coming out of these. Seafloor Oracle.
So, while Merfolk might be a deck in this format, I'm probably most excited to see if there's a vampire deck that's viable.
Oh yeah.
Because we still have some good remnants from Kaladesh and Aether Revolt from vampires on that thing.
Oh yeah.
So, it'd be interesting to see if you can maybe combine the two. I know I tried to build a vampire deck a long time ago, before we even came to Ixalan. And if you tried to make it more than one color, try to make it more than mono black, it was tough at the time.
Yep.
Because the only real lands we had to support that was Sealed Courtyard, something like that.
Concealed Courtyard, yeah.
And you had a bunch of double black spells, so it was really tough to get all the mana that you needed. But maybe if you could build like a mono black vampires deck, that'd be cool. It's one of my personally favorite tribes.
Ooh, yep. Yet another double rare.
Double rare.
Path of Metals, Slaughter the Strong.
What do you think of Slaughter the Strong? That seems like an interesting card for Standard.
I think it definitely has a place to be considered in Standard. I don't know if it's gonna make the cut. It being double white, and it sounds like there's a lot of people that are looking at multicolor decks, like 3-color decks. And I don't know if the fixing's quite there to really make those great. And you're not going to splash for a double white Bloodstone there.
So traditionally, board wipes have had two of their costs in the cost. So like Wrath of God is double white, Damnation is double white or double black. Even in Standard, Sweltering Suns is double red. So I think it's consistent. On the side note there, you got the card that I spoke of earlier,
Warkite Marauder. There's that guy.
I think that card could definitely pop well. It's just a block 2-mana 2/1 flyer, which is playable.
Yep.
With this sweet ability. Probably not going to be a mono blue card, but
no.
But most of them are.
Really good card and limited too.
Yeah, very powerful. Anything that has 2 power and flying for 2 mana is normally playable.
That is box number 3.
Box number 3, okay. That's 2 boxes in about 25 minutes. That is
speeding it up a little bit here.
Faster than our average.
It's like we're learning as we go. Get these all out of the way here. Whoa, don't bend the Elder Dragon, or Elder Dino. That is a mistake that I'm going to make consistently as we play through this set in calling dinosaurs dragons.
They're like the same thing.
Yeah. They're all the same, right? Start off with a Masterminds Acquisition. I'm really anxious to see if that card finds a good home. It's just kind of an interesting one, pulling that card from outside the game. Seeing if it lets people like capitalize on like game 1 sideboard essentially.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what's interesting is that it's one half of the card is normally a common rarity card. That's Diabolic Tutor. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then the Burning Wish side, that's normally not black, costs 2 extra mana. But it is a rare effect. So that is kind of interesting, right? Like maybe it does deserve that rare label. I just don't know if it's going to be important enough. Maybe in like a control deck that plays a card that doesn't want to be taken with one of the cards that lets you do that, like Duress. You don't want to get your win condition to rest, so you just like sideboard
it out, and then pull it back in. Very, very good possibility there. I mean, but you're still going to be. They're going to know it's in hand then, though.
Well, it's one thing though if they duress you and they take your tutor instead of your actual win condition.
True.
Because then you could just play a bunch of the tutors and only one win condition in your deck, and maybe not even the win condition in your deck. You just put it in the sideboard.
Yeah.
If they cast, I can't think of the card right now, but I think Lost Legacy is the name. They can't just name your win. They can't name your.
Oh, because it's in your sideboard.
It's in your sideboard.
Yeah, that's true. Hadn't thought about that. Good point. Jadecraft Artisan Foil. Thank you all for joining us, by the way, and let us know if you think there's something we can do a little better here with this. Another Path of Metal.
Oh,
I think this is the first one of these guys.
Yeah, the first blue Elder Dino.
Yep.
I like that they did not force dinosaurs to be land creatures.
Yeah, yeah.
In white we have a flying bird, and in blue we have a big whale.
Galta! Well, I mean, you know, there were dinosaurs of all types.
If I had to pick one tribe that dominated Ixalan in my mind, I would have to pick dinosaurs.
Well, yeah.
Because we've seen burnt vampires, we've seen merfolk, even pirates, we've seen those in the past. And yeah, there were some dinosaurs, but they weren't actually labeled as dinosaurs. So it was only Ixalan that prompted them to errate them to dinos.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's, what, 5, 6 cards now that they've errated to dinosaur?
Yeah.
And most of them were like lizards or something else like that. Elder dinos go away. Silverclad Ferocidons come in. That's another interesting one with the Enrage trigger. Trapjaw. There are a lot of really good dinos on here. Legion Conquistadors foil, yeah! Awakened Amalgam. That's one that I opened in one of my pre-releases, and I just couldn't figure out how it was going to work really well in my deck.
Yeah, I don't think that card's a good card in pre-release or in draft. You really have to be pushing it. I mean, maybe if you were playing a colorless deck and you could just a 5-color land base, but you don't really do that. I've never seen a deck like that for a draft. Not, at least not from like a standard draft set.
Yeah. Champion of Dusk. Kamina. Path of Discovery.
Okay. Path of Discovery is one of those odd cards that could potentially give you a lot of value throughout the game, but you still have to spend a lot of mana on something that doesn't really do anything, and then you have to have a creature, and very inconsistent, let's just say that. But it's still a cool card. Definitely more dirtily format like Commander. see some play. Same with that clone. 3-mana clones are always good.
Yep.
You do have to work a little bit for it. It's not free. You have to attack with the creature. There's a lot of ways to do that. So you can clone your opponent's creature.
Full
and
naturalize.
Full naturalize. That's cool.
Bishop of Binding. Nice, nice, nice. I think that's well over a playset of Bishop of Binding, too.
Yeah. So speaking of commons that
Yep.
are reprints, we got some new art on some cards that is kind of cool. We got a new Evolving Wild art.
I'm going to put this over here. I kind of like it. It's just a
And the
dinosaur
naturalize.
that's going to step on you.
Yep, the Naturalize is definitely new art. You know, there's actually some commons that are reprinted in this set from Ixalan.
Yeah.
One
I
that
noticed
comes to mind
that.
is Legion Conquistador. I think you opened one of
Yep.
those.
I've opened a few of those.
That's really good for draft.
Oh, yeah. It's a solid card draft. You get 2 or 3 of those guys in draft.
Well, a lot of times what kills these second round or these new format drafts is you open more
Lydia
packs
Linda.
of the new one than you
Yeah.
open up the first one, and then you just never ever get to draft that strategy anymore because you don't get the.
Well, but now you've got commons that are in both sets. So there's a little more of a consistent base there. Another Direfleet Poisoner, too. Form of the Dino. I'm going to put this guy back over here. Aggressive Urge foil. And Silent Gravestone. Blood Sun. Twilight Prophet, and that's the end of this box.
All right, Twilight Prophet's a cool card. It's similar to Dark Confidant, but
Yep.
it costs more mana, and it drains your opponent, and you gain life.
Yeah.
So, and a flying 2/4 is definitely a big body.
Oh yeah. Last box here, folks.
All right. I'm excited. This is the last I'm going to get to open for a little while, so let's make it good.
Looks like we got Radiant Destiny to get us started here. Release to the winds. To the winds, sorry, not plural.
There's only one win here.
Just one wind. Elder Dragon, foil.
It's actually incorrect. There's a card called Favorable Winds in Standard, so
There's multiple winds cards,
could
but
have
that
more
card
than
is
one
only
wind.
named after one wind. Imperial Ceratops foil, that's kind of nice.
I do like shiny cards.
Bombard foil.
Ooh.
That card did some solid work in Limited here.
It only hits
over the
creatures,
weekend.
right?
It does only hit creatures, but it does 4 damage. And in a format where there was a lot of people playing vampires, and most of them are not 4 toughness. And it did, you could 2 for 1 to kill a dino too, and that kind of stuff. So it was decent removal in a limited set like that. Dire Daredevil.
Direfleet Daredevil.
Yep.
So what makes him so daring?
Well, he's jumping off a building there, I think.
That's
Galta.
pretty insane. That's how he got that nickname, huh?
Daredevil, man. That's how he became the Daredevil. Twilight Prophet here.
All right. I actually think the Twilight Prophet is better in just a good stuff deck, even though it's got that vampire tag.
Yeah. I feel like it's something that the vampire tag's a bonus in a vampire deck. Induce Amnesia here. Galta. Journey to Eternity. Golden Guardian.
Okay. Golden Guardian was one of those cards that was originally translated incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people saw it as a 2/2 instead of a 4/4, which changes the context of its power quite a lot.
Oh, yeah. Stupid packs.
You will learn how to open packs after.
By the end of this, I'll know how to open packs, trust me. Binding, Bishop of Binding here.
If it makes you feel any better, you're doing a better job than I am.
Another Galta. Wow, we got all the Galta.
So, you did see the ban list, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of them banning the mono red cards?
So I think it was a preemptive piece.
Yeah.
Knowing that if you take energy out, or nerf energy, whatever you want to say, Ramen Up Red is the first deck that everybody's going to run to try to get figured out, or try to use in a major event.
Sure.
And I think they realized that without doing that, it wasn't, a lot of people weren't going to deck tech and build and do stuff like that, which really is what should happen when a new set comes out. So I think it was a preemptive, let's make sure everybody's deck building and encourage the deck building part with these new cards that are really sweet.
Do you think there's any of the new cards that we've opened today that will maybe fill some of the roles that the cards?
So, of the stuff that was banned, not really. I don't think there's anything in there, at least from what I've seen and gotten to play with, experience with. But I think it's going to encourage a different type of deck building. I think there's still going to be people that try to run energy without those cards and just see if they can make it work. I think it's still a decent deck. It's not what it was, but it's still a really good deck. So, I mean, they didn't just take everything out of it. They took a couple of really good pieces of it out, though. No doubt about that. So, we'll see what happens. I'm anxious to find out. Man, Journey to Eternity, I think that's the 6th or 7th one of those we've cracked.
Well, we fulfilled my dream. I think we've opened every single one of the flip cards from the set. I don't think we've talked about one of them. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, though. It's the black-white flip card. Something Procession, I think. It seems like a really cool control card. It does exactly what you think black-white control card would do. It exiles creatures, and then once it's exiled 3 creatures, it flips, and then you get to play the exiled creatures.
Yeah, that was a decent one. I think it was a little tough to play in limited, but definitely has some good work it can do in a constructed piece.
Costs a lot of mana, but if you're playing a control deck, you kind of want to have.
There's another Angrath, man.
Okay.
This is a very angry, wrathy kind of box.
Angrath. It's literally anger and wrath combined.
Yep.
They must have had the intern come up with that name.
I still think anger is one of my favorite cards in Magic, just because. Go ahead, kill it. And all my stuff gets haste. Let's do this. Induce Amnesia. I forgot how many of those we've opened, Tyler.
Yeah, I was really hyped for that card. I still think it's good. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I wanna wheel my card. I want to cast Windfall in Standard.
Windfall, yeah. Wow. Come on. There we go. Path of Discovery.
I think we've got how many packs left, Nick? Count them.
3 packs left.
3 packs. Okay. I think I don't know. I'll be excited if we get another Mythic.
I would love to get another Watley. Nope. And last pack. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Is this going to be the card we've all been dreaming for? Yeah, another Twilight Prophet there.
Is this the card everybody's waiting for? It's probably going to be.
Oh, it's Negate. No.
Dire Fleet Poisoner.
Foil Wayward Sawtooth.
Okay. What's the rare?
And another Journey to Eternity.
Yeah. All right.
We're going all over the eternities.
So I think that's it for the packs. Now.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. And all these cards are going to be up for sale today. We'll get them all sorted out and ready to go.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.